Hey guys, Michael here.
And Savannah.
Yes, and we wanted to give you a quick update about everything that's going on here at the farm. So as you heard earlier today, the court date was canceled. And what that means is that we have come to a settlement with Warren County. And what the basics of that is that we will go ahead and get all the documentation and the permitting that we need to run what they consider a retail food establishment. Now, is that what we ultimately want? Again, we started with a PMA premise because we believed that was a good way forward. But one of the things in the last 10 days that we have been doing is we've been listening to a lot of people that are very smart about the whole law thing, not our strength. And based on the great advice, again, we've talked to a lot of lawyers. My days have been literally in the even late at night, Sunday at 1 p.m., calls with different people, laying out where they feel our options were on our way forward. And it wasn't just also our lawyers. It was some of our really good customers, some of our farm supporters, some of our members, and just Savannah and I having some conversations together about what do we want our life to look like?
What's our goal?
What's our goal? And our goal is to feed you guys. And what it comes down to is that the best way to feed you guys and to also continue to feed others in our community is to go ahead and get the appropriate licensing and be able to scale.
Right.
And
since we'd be really spinning our wheels and spending a lot of time and money fighting it in court.
Yeah. And again, we have had some great constitutional lawyers, which kind of laid out the different scenarios for us. And again, we don't want to spend our time and effort and money just get lawyer fees and court dates. We want to grow your food and help make your food and educate you guys on what it takes to
also enjoy our life. Yeah.
Well, that too. I think one of the most telling things and through this is Tuesday happened, we got shut down. Charlotte came into the office like, Dad, now that we're shut down, can you spend some more time with us? And that's a tough pill to swallow. And so, part of that was thinking about that, like, okay, granted, compliance is never fun. And
especially when we don't think it's necessarily that model is not wrong.
Well, again, and part of the commitment going forward is sharing with you guys exactly what we're doing and why they say certain things and how and what it is. So earlier today, I wrote 2 very large checks, one for $16,500, and that was going directly to the guy that will be putting in the public water tap, so that we can the store can now have access to the fluorinated water from.
I think it's fluoridated.
Whatever.
I don't know.
From Franklin. And second, for the tap fee, which was about $2,000. No, the tap fee is $2,000 for us to actually tap into that, and the water meter, so that we can actually have the pleasure of paying a monthly water bill. Now, granted, we can talk with you guys, and this will be another video on what if you have to get your private well approved, because that is a process too, how we could do that as well.
Yeah.
But again, one of the things I do want to talk about is we have some wonderful folks in our city and in our community that like the guy that's doing the drilling and tapping. Again, it's not cheap, but he's like, Michael, I'm going to work with you in the payment because I need to get you guys back up and running. The city, they've been over backwards to approve permit. I've never seen a permit gone through the system so fast down there. So they're bending over backwards. They realize that we're I don't know, I guess they like us in the community, so they want us back open. So, and I know a lot of people keep saying we need those slushies back. So yes, that is the reason why we're going for a level 3 store instead of a level 1. And again, these are all the things we're going to educate you guys. You guys are going to know so much about Ohio Revised Code and what it takes and why you need this, that, and the other.
And maybe why we should revise the Ohio Revised Code.
Yes. So again, we could talk all day here. We could share stories from the last 10 days. I mean, again, I want to just say that our community has just been absolutely incredible. I mean, people have just handed us wads of cash. And I was opening there was a envelope in my office, and on it said Farm on Central, and it just said keep fighting, and in there was $1,000. So you guys have absolutely been phenomenal, and I think it's really telling that when Lisa, who did a wonderful article on us, and if you haven't read it, we'll make sure it gets linked in the Save Farm on Central website. She did get someone at the health department, and they said, "Oh, I don't know. I mean, maybe the public outcry was big enough that they changed or revised the TRO, because that just doesn't happen." So I do want to say that you guys did just absolutely make a difference.
Yes.
The fact that you guys shut down Carlisle coming to get food, I think that's pretty cool. Again, we have really good police officers in Carlisle, and they came out and was like, I don't really want to tell people not to get food, but people need to get to the underpass. So, they were really willing to work with us. We appreciate all the love on our family. Kind of the path forward, and I want to talk that too, is there's two things that are going to happen. Is obviously we're spending a lot of money to kind of get these upgrades happening. And so we will need to be continuing the fundraise. Again, we as a farm, we're a business. We do not like to ask for money. But unfortunately, we're in a little bit of a pinch that in order for us to operate how we want to operate for you guys, we are going to have to make some major investments in the farm business to get back to where we need to be. But secondly, the fight is not over.
No.
We've talked to multiple, we had a call at 3:00 today with someone from the assembly. We're talking to other assembly people. We've talked to state senators. We've talked to, again, some pretty big names in legal circles in the U.S. that do this kind of thing. And they are 100% behind figuring out how can we rewrite or make some new legislation to allow small farms to be able to serve their members. Because again, we still strongly believe that fresh, good food is a constitutional right, and that you should be able to contract with who you want to purchase what you want without the government being involved. Unfortunately, years ago, and I'm not sure exactly the year, we gave that right up. And so it's time for us to reclaim that in a safe way, in an educated way, and really allow you to purchase who you want from. And I think that's the other thing is that, again, it's not that we don't like food safety. It's just that we are always trying to serve our customers and our members in the most economical way possible. And so for us, with the water, our well was fine. It tested clean. Why would we want to spend over $20,000 on hooking the city water, which is frankly an inferior water. Now, don't tell the folks that run the water plant. And I've actually, as a council person, I visited down there. They're great guys. I was fascinated by how they run the place. But again, good old well water is pretty good stuff here too. So, that's kind of where we are. I feel this may have gone a little long, but again, we're here for you guys. We're here to help you guys feed your families really good, healthy food. And, what this allows is us getting back to doing that as fast as possible. It's just money that we're going to have to spend. We're not giving the blood of our firstborn or fourthborn.
We're not getting crazy.
We're not getting too crazy. And I mean, the big thing I think that Savannah and I do talk about is the stress level. Is, when we are, going to court is stressful. Being shut down is stressful. Wondering if you'll be able to employ your employees the next day is stressful. Mm-hmm. So being compliant.
We can't do any of that without them.
Correct. Yeah. Yes. Our team is the absolute biggest thing that we need. So again, we appreciate your support over the last 10 days, and we will continue to update you guys. And as you said, now we're partially open. The shelves are a little different when you come in the store, but we are actively working just as fast as we can. We've got contractors that are looking at mapping out their schedules so we can get back open and get back to serving you in the full way that we have in the past.
Yep.
All right. Talk to you all later.
Bye-bye.